Who can actually defeat Gunther? Gunther is currently in the midst of a historic run as the Intercontinental Champion. The Ring General has been Intercontinental Champion for over 300 days, winning the belt on an episode of SmackDown in 2022. There's been much debate about how Gunther might eventually lose his title, and there are numerous names up and down the roster who feel they should be the one to dethrone him. After such a dominant reign, however, WWE needs to think carefully about how the person should be to get the big push from outlasting Gunther. I am the Wrestling Guy and thank you for joining me as today we break down whether anybody can actually defeat the Ring General. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for weekly wrestling content. Sami Zayn. Fans were desperate for Sami Zayn to overpower Roman Reigns and win the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, but with that looking out of the question now, further down the line, could we see him be rewarded with a different singles title? Zayn has proven himself to be a phenomenal underdog, and seeing him overcome Gunther would be sure to create a classic moment. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have recently captured the undisputed tag team titles from the Usos. Could we see Zayn end another historic reign? Big E. It's a new day, yes it is. There is still no time frame on a Big E return after he suffered from a broken neck. However, if and when he returns, being the one to overcome Gunther would be a great way to make a comeback. Big E's last Intercontinental title reign was a little underwhelming, so he should get a chance to rectify that when he comes back, before potentially also redeeming his poor WWE title run. With the up-and-coming draft, he would be a hot favourite for the blue or red brand, and this is also dependent, however, on what they plan to do with Big E's fellow New Day buddies, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. With Kingston currently out injured, it's all a bit messy for these guys at the moment. Ilya Dragonoff. Yes, I know this is a long shot, however, hear me out on this one. In NXT and NXT UK, Ilya Dragunov and Gunther had some of the best matches in the history of the brand, including 2 5-star matches. Although a transition to the main roster could be difficult for Dragunov, feuding with and defeating Gunther would be one hell of a way to make a name for himself on Raw or SmackDown. Introducing him as someone who Gunther fears or is uncertain about defeating could add a lot of credibility to Dragunov before he even steps foot in the ring. He would no doubt be a great workhorse champion too. Sheamus. Even though Sheamus is older than some others on the roster, the story of him not winning the Intercontinental Championship has not been able to defeat Gunther has provided the perfect setup for a massive victory at some point, and it would be the best storybook ending for this feud. Back at Clash at the Castle, these two stole the show in a match of the year contender, and seeing a rematch followed up by a Sheamus victory would be fantastic, and a much deserved reward for being one of the most underrated performers on the roster. These guys have also put on 2 solid 5-star matches, and there's no doubt in my mind that there is another one looming somewhere in the near future. Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, after returning to the company in the second half of 2022, defeating Omos at the Crown Jewel Premium Live event, has made a huge statement since his return. The Monster Among Men is a former Universal Champion, and in my eyes, a legitimate challenger to the Ring General. Solo Sikoa, the enforcer of the bloodline. Solo Sikoa is one of the most promising young talents in WWE today. After assisting Reigns to defeat McIntyre in Cardiff, Wales, if WWE opts for this fresh narrative, it strengthens the bloodline, which will compensate for some major losses, including the Usos losing their tag team titles. Sikoa can believably beat the Ring General. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is in a bit of an interesting time with his WWE contract. Coming up short time and time again against Roman Reigns, the Scottish Warrior needs a game-changing reason if he's going to re-sign his WWE contract. We all know he is one of the best on the current roster. What better option is there in the current scenario than to make the former WWE Champion defeat Gunther and walk back into the UK as a champion? He is a believable challenger and is debatably the best option for the current lot on the blue brand to take the title off the champion. With the up-and-coming draft, could we see the Ring General bring the IC title back to the red brand? At the post-WrestleMania press conference, Triple H told critics that Gunther is the future of the WWE, and I for one can't wait to see what they have in store for Gunther and Imperium going forward. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Also, please feel free to go back and check some of our previous awesome videos out on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.